Tesla's new Plaid Car Computer. Hello and welcome back to another top video from your favorite channel. In today's video, we would be talking about the Tesla new Plaid computer. But before we go into details, if you are new here, subscribe to our channel for daily information and updates on happenings in the tech world. Make sure to turn on post notifications so you don't miss the following video. Let's get right into it. Tesla is set to set new trends with its electric cars, which is soon going to populate the whole world. Tesla, as we know, is the leading company in the EV world, and they recently announced the addition of powerful computers inside its electric vehicles. It is no news that it's a brand that seeks to achieve perfect results always with every release of car models, its battery setup, and even now its Plaid Car Computer. Although generally, a car's computer operates mostly things like air conditioning, radios, anti-lock braking systems, airbags, alarm systems, traction control, and cruise control, auto drive, emission controls, and a whole lot of other functions. Car computers are pretty much very powerful and reliable for drivers. The engine control module basically controls the system of the computer in the car. The computer controls the engine's performance and drivability systems. There are brief similarities between the Model S and Y when it comes to Plaid computers in the car. The Plaid computers in cars is a break from regular cars made previously, which had the computer built into the central screen. The following are what the new Plaid car contains and some of the roles it performs. The items it contains are not entirely different from the old ones. 4 wires for the 2 differential pairs and 2 power connectors make up the power and data for the center display. This is the same thing they have been utilizing on the Model 3 and Model Y. However, we now have 3 of them: the center display, instrument cluster, and back display. There is a plastic item under the carpet on the passenger side floorboard of the car, where the passenger's feet would be resting in case the car ever gets wet. The plastic item is to protect the passenger's legs from getting wet. They now have car computers, displays, and distinct modules, just like the Model 3 and Y. This video contains a lot of information about the Plaid Car Computer, the autopilot computer, and the gateway. Some audio processing equipment is liquid-cooled. This is positioned in the floorboard because it has coolant in and out. Aside from the glycol cooling, if it becomes wet, we have a variety of connectors that will probably make it easier to remove the lid. It contains the debug USB, which is a micro HDMI connector. It is not for HDMI, but it has UART connections for debugging the system. For the diag connector on the screen, the diag is a single twisted pair gigabit. On the gateway power supply filtering all these large caps, we have a battery backup for the actual time clock. The LTE modem is housed in its own module. It has an internet chip located in the car computer. In Europe, these are the antenna diversity. For recall, a third diversity antenna would be added, giving it RAM for the Ryzen CPU and JTAG for the gateway. The top side is now complete with the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth module on the bottom, and an extra RAM for the Ryzen on the opposite side. The Ryzen CPU is a 4-core, 45-watt integrated processor. The Ryzen APU is a quad-core 45W APU with 0.5 MB L2 cache and 4 MB L3 cache. It is a bespoke Ryzen V1 ADF integrated chip. It has 512K level 2 cache per core and 4 MB level 3 cache. It is a very distinct design for Tesla. Buck converters with voltage control were installed in the Plaid Car Computer. Micron's 256GB NVMe module offers all of the storage for the Ryzen processor. Although a SIM card connector is there, it is not used in the United States. Instead, an eSIM is used, which is included in this module. The gateway also comes with a 16GB micro SD card. The logs are saved by the gateway. There are 3 audio amplifier chips in it. It has not 1, but 2 separate DSPs, whereas the Model 3 has only 1. So this extra DSP grunt is for the upcoming active noise cancelling, which is not yet active. It also has a high-tech internet switch. For the Ryzen, there is a Spi-like BIOS chip, and the rest is like a power supply with a connector underneath, which is most likely a PCI Express. It is similar to a 16-lane PCI Express connection to the graphics card. A special connector for power and PCI is also included with the Plaid Car Computer. The graphics card is comparable to an AMD Radeon Pro W6600. Samsung RAM and voltage regulation buck converters were also included in the Plaid Car Computer. The power supply to other voltage regulators is filtered by the glue capacitor. The heat spreader for the GPU is on the front, while the autopilot computer is on the back. This is essentially the same board that is currently used in the Model 3 and Y. There is not much of a distinction between them. The gigabit wide area internet connection returns to the Ryzen processor. Camera connectors are also available on the Plaid vehicle computer. This is the GPS system in its simplest form. The back camera, selfie camera, main camera, repeater camera, and pillar cameras are all present. The wide-angle and the narrow-angle cameras are the two major cameras. It also has a U-Blox GP high-rate GPS, as well as a USB and HDMI port that is not actually USB or HDMI. The connectors are only being used for debugging purposes by Tesla. The Tesla Plaid vehicle computer dual power is divided into two sections, with independent power feeds originating from opposite sides of the vehicle. If one's power goes out, the other one can take over. It also has the CAN buses with a single twisted pair 100 meg broad reach for the radio tuner. It also encompasses a pedestrian warning speaker and front speakers. All Tesla automobiles have different Plaid vehicle computers. Both the infotainment and the autopilot computer will have to be replaced for Model 3 owners who want Tesla to offer them the HW 3.0 their cars were meant to have, instead of HW 2.5. The autopilot computers are typically referred to as HW 2.5 and HW 3.0, but they are also physically different on the Model S and Model X compared to the ones used on the Model 3 and Model Y. In most situations, a Model S or X unit could not be swapped out for a Model 3 or Y. As a result, the autopilot computer is in the same boat. The Model Y ICE differs from the one utilized by the Model 3. It's necessary for Tesla to use the mass car computer across all its EVs in order to save cost. Would it be easier to manufacture the integrated screen as a separate part and utilize the same MCU on the Model 3 if the MCU was meant to have one? That would have allowed only the leaking yellow displays to be replaced rather than the entire MCU. Similar incidents have been reported dozens of times on Tesla and TMC forums. If Tesla had designed the ICE to be made up of separate parts, it would have been possible to replace only the infotainment or autopilot hardware if necessary. If one of them fails, the corporation will be forced to replace the entire cluster. Tesla is unlikely to recycle these computers because the expense of doing so is more than the cost of simply discarding the ICE and replacing it with a new one. So instead of recycling them, which cost quite a sum of money, the best route is to completely discard the ICE and have it replaced with a new one. Although this may seem to mean two things, which is that firstly, a perfectly good computer is being thrown away, its replacements become an environmental worry. Tesla needs to find a way around this. If you are new here, kindly subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to be notified every time we upload a new video. Do not forget to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. See you in the next video.